Hello and welcome to the EDFL Web TV show. I'm Matt Pilios, joined by Airport West favourite son, Premiership captain from last year, and junior over a long course, Ricky Mcveigh. Welcome to the EDFL headquarters for EDFL TV.
Yeah, thanks, matey. Thanks for having me, mate. It's been a really enjoyable year and looking forward to finals, mate, and getting down to the business end of the season. Firstly, I just have to say, mate, I can notice a bit of a hair change going on tonight, mate. You had the comb over for a while. What's going on?
It's absolutely terrible. I know. I apologise to all the viewers out there. My wife's a hairdresser. She said she wanted to try a new style and she's given me this. So
yeah, no good, mate.
Could be axed from a lot of things, mate. Could lose my job tomorrow. But great to have you on, mate, and great to have you playing Premier Division football. I've known you personally for a long time. You've been a credit to Airport West Footy Club. You've been loyal through tough times, and you went through a good 2 or 3 years, but you won the Holy Grail last year in 2012, and arguably the most memorable grand final in history. But you've had a sensational year. Airport West, I mean, even prior to this week, when you've had a big loss at Avondale Heights, what a fantastic season it's been. You had over and above average strong B grade or / Division 1 side last year, but you went out and strategically recruited 8 players, I think 7 of them being ex-AFL or VFL past senior players, yep. And it's really just held you guys in good stead and sitting fourth on the ladder.
Yeah, it's really exciting down there at the moment, mate. We didn't have big expectations internally when we come up to Division 1, but since the season kicked off and we got a few wins under the belt, then we sort of started looking towards the pointy end of the season and realised we had a pretty good side down there, and we've got a lot of confidence in the boys when we run out each week, so hopefully when we get to the pointy end, we can do some damage up there.
Has it been memorable to play against ex-AFL players this year and just gun local football players for yourself personally?
Yeah, that's the difference when you step up to Division 1. I mean, and on every line, every week, you've got really good A-grade Division 1 players or either VFL or AFL players, and it's just, it's a credit to the EDFL the way they can recruit the players down here, and it's unbelievable feeling playing against them.
And Adam Contessa, good friend of yours, he's done a magnificent job this year. And your stepdad, Al Torrance, the president, he's been an absolute sensation since he's taken over the last couple of years.
Yeah, he absolutely loves it. He's been probably the biggest reason why we've come up, all the work he does behind the scenes. And, he works the club into the ground. And, we're thankful to have him there and angry as well. I couldn't have asked anything out of a coach than what he's given us in the last 2 years. He's absolutely fantastic. So, we're sitting very good and we're happy with what things are going on.
And nice to see Angry smile a little bit more.
Yeah. No, I don't think you're going to, mate.
Yeah, he's always looking unhappy, but deep down he's a happy man. We had our junior grand finals across Sunday. Greenvale, Jacana, Highgate, Glenroy footy clubs were the locations. We want to congratulate these sides. Strathmore under 10 Division 4, they were the premiers. Northern Saints under 10 Division 3 premiers. Well done, Northern Saints. Strathmore under 10 Division 1 premiers, and Maribyrnong Park under 10 Division 2 premiers in under 12s. Keilor Park, coached by Joe Mercedes. Congratulations. They were the under 10 Division 5 premiers, and his son Joshua plays there as well. So expect another Essendon gun coming through the father-son rule because he's dominated for Keilor Park. Under 12s, Aberfeldy, under 12 Division 4 premiers. East Sunbury, congratulations East Sunbury, under 12 Division 3, massive effort for East Sunbury Footy Club.
Yeah, absolutely, coming first year into the comp. Yeah, that's to
win a flag.
To win a flag, yeah, it's an absolutely unbelievable effort. So congratulations to the boys down there.
The Hillside Footy Club won the under 12 Division 1, so expect some quality juniors coming through there. And Marby Park won the under 12 Division 2 and under 12 Division 5. My old club there, so well done in the under 12s. Under 14s, Keilor Footy Club won the under 12 Division 4 in an unbelievable game. It was 1 point at the end. I watched it and there was a huge crowd and just a big result against Aberfeldy. Under 14 Division 3, Glenroy Footy Club, congratulations. Under 14 Division 1, the Keilor Football Club, another premiership, and the Hadfield Football Club on the under 14 Division 2 and Aberfeldy under 14 Division 5. In the under 16s, Keilor Football Club on the Division 4 grand final. Division 3 was won by the Avondale Heights Football Club. Last kick of the day versus Glenroy, so well done to the Heights. Bad luck to Glenroy. And Division 1 won by Essendon Duda Stars over Greenvale. Maribyrnong Park won the under 16 Division 2. Paul Harrison, the ex-Warrior, coached his son there. Great to have EDFL legends coaching junior football. And Marby Park won the under 16 Division 5. So that one Harrow coach. But unbelievable effort. And
yeah, Ricky, a lot of Marby Park juniors there.
They won 5 out of 6.
Yeah, so not a bad effort by the boys.
And that's a very good... I suppose their junior program over the last 5 or 6 years, which they always struggled, Marby Park. I played their juniors. They had very average juniors, but they've got a really good junior program the last 5 or 6 years and starting to pay dividends for them.
Yeah, good signs. That's what you want at a football club.
Well done to a lot of the clubs and well done to all our premiership players and our junior clubs and for competing in a fantastic season in 2013. Let's go into senior football, Ricky. We'll go through some results quickly. In the last round in Division 1 or 2 it was. Premier still have one round to go. So a big result was first versus fourth. Hillside 23-16, 154, defeating Keilor Park 4-8-32. A massive statement, a win against the fourth side by 118 points. How strong is this Hillside side, I ask you?
Yeah, it's going to be too good, I think. I think they'd actually shake it up in Division 2 there in the grade up. Division 1, sorry. Yep. Just a league above everyone else.
Mika left 6 goals in the best players as well. Jared Best, another good game. Catania and Stone, well done. And Keilor Park have to come back from that loss in the finals this week against East Keilor. Jacana versus East Sunbury. Jacana 25-18, 168. Defeated East Sunbury 2-6-18. Well done to Jacana Footy Club. 3rd win of the season. Matty Sacco, player coach, kicked 4 and was in the best. Golf 6. Good team effort. Siciliano was good as well. But Jacana, good to see him get a win. And, they've had 3 wins for the season. Probably had 3 wins in a couple of years, so that's why the third division's been good again.
Yeah, I reckon that's a credit to the EDFL how they've done that to allow Jacana and the sides like that have been on the end of a lot of smashings like that before to have a win themselves. So yeah, it's good.
An absolute cracking game was second versus third. Moonee Valley at home versus went to East Keilor. I'm pretty sure it was at Moonee Valley, but I'll get that checked. I apologise, making too many mistakes these days on EDFL TV, Rick. But East Keilor at the end, down all day, got the chocolates by 7 points, 14-7, 91. Moonee Valley 12-12, 84. Expect these two to potentially play in a preliminary final. Unbelievable game. And young Moonee Valley gets an experienced East Keilor. It was a fantastic game. East Keilor had some good players. Phillips, once again, he's been in the best all year. Neville, Hill, Roberts, and for Moonee Valley, Halabi, Fabi, Pereira, White, and Ned Wilson are very good as well. It was a cracking game of football. And we also had Coburg Districts ending the dream of Roxburgh Park Football Club. So, Rick, just to put in perspective, Keilor Park lost. They would have, if Roxburgh Park, who spent most of the year in the 4, beat Coburg Districts at Roxburgh Park, they would have made the finals. Last kick of the day, Coburg Districts has won by 1 point. So, Roxburgh Park, the dream's over, and a huge finish of the season for Coburg Districts and ending the Roxburgh Park finals. Yeah,
not the way you want to end the season when you're fighting to make the finals in the last game and get beat by a point. But
at their home ground as well. I mean,
they're pretty disappointing for them. But my old coach down there, Ronnie, got the boys over the line. So credit to him.
He's a master, Ronnie Rooney. Paul the Curie was playing for him as well, and he would have been a big influence. Majori was good also. Roxburgh Park Kilty was good, and Joel Ferguson, their coach, has stepped down. He made the announcement. Very emotional he was, and he contacted us over the weekend. So he's done a stellar year for Roxburgh Park, really rebuilt them as well. And well done to Coburg Districts for finishing the season very well. The final 4 was, once again, Hillside, Moonee Valley, East Keilor, and Keilor Park. So well done in Division 1. Well done on the other sides as well, in Division 2, I should say. Let's go to Division 1. West Meadows, last game of the season. Well, they couldn't have hoped for the season to finish off quicker. At the end, 6-7-43, lost to Northern Saints, 20-20, 140. So bad luck to West Meadows. I can announce, though, a massive signing for the West Meadows Football Club, and I feel personally they're going to turn around in 2014. David Connell, former Tullamarine assistant coach, Auburn Vale senior coach, and he set in Yarraville premiership coach last year. He's coached WRFL A grade this year. I think they're 8th on the ladder. He's signed at the West Meadows Football Club for 2014. 6 to 8 players already will be signed in the next 2 weeks, and fantastic that West Meadows' future looks good. And there's also obviously potential that they could either be in Division 1 or 2. So massive for West Meadows.
Yeah, I know a lot of guys down there. So hopefully with those signings, they can all stick around and hopefully get some success next year. So yeah, good.
Old arch rivals are you guys as well?
They are. Yeah, generally when we were playing in Division 2, they were always sort of around the same mark. So we'd have some big games. So yeah. Hopefully they get some more wins on the board next year with the new coach.
In a cracking game, Hadfield at home, 14-16, 100, defeated Craigieburn, 14-7, 91. Craigieburn, though, at three-quarter time, as you can see, Rick, were 29 points up. Desperate for the win just to cement that second-last position in Division 1. But Hadfield Footy Club came home very strong. Matty Batain, 3. Johnny the Greek Collatus in his last game, 2 goals, very good as well. And a really good team effort. Nazareth was good. McKercher, some of the home home grounds at Hadfield. Well done to Craigieburn. They finished the last 3 or 4 weeks really strongly. That was a cracking game of football. Also, it was Tullamarine 113 defeating West Coburg 63. Easy win to Tulla, just getting the job done before the finals.
Yeah. Look, they're always strong too, Tullamarine, and I expect them in the next week to really push for a grand final spot. I reckon they'll be pretty strong.
West Coburg's second half of the season was a lot better, but they just didn't recover with the big losses of Granger, Houcher, Marwan Abdulwad was a big loss. I think the Marby and Akari brothers who were pretty tough. Losing them guys, having the suspended players as well from the grand final. They didn't really recover the start of the season, and they were really chasing the tails the second half, weren't they?
No, that's right. When you lose the calibre of players like they did, plus losing 2 grand finals in a row, it sort of stems it a little bit.
Yeah, it can take a lot of your
takes
spirit
a bit out. Yeah, a bit of a gut feeling thing down there, and I wasn't sort of surprised that sort of fell away there.
And Tullamarine, very impressive. Scott, the best on ground. Justin Marcy, another stellar year. He'll be team of the year without a doubt. Every coach rates him very highly. And Shawnee O'Farrell back in the side, 2 goals. Glen Roy, that was a big game and big result, Rick. They defeated Taylor's Lakes at Taylor's Lake 14-12-96 to 8-10-58. They got the win at the start. They kicked 7 goals, 5. Really took advantage of the wind, and it was all uphill there. Young Billy Morrison kicked 4 goals. I think he's Calder Cannons listed. He gave the Division 1 final series some trouble last year. He's an exceptional player. Dennis was very good. Matty Baker, Travis Julik, and for Taylor's Lakes, Wright, Lewis, Di Pietro were exceptional as well. Morelli was solid also, and a very good game there. They were big results there from Division 1. And let's go into Premier Division, a game that you played. At the end of the day, this was extremely even at half-time. I saw the first half. Great game of football. It was an arm wrestle. They got a jump on you. But at the end, Pat Rose kicked his 100th goal. He kicked 7 for the game. He was exceptional. And Avondale Heights secured a 40-point win at Airport West, which has been a huge obstacle for any side that's gone there this year. 40 points at the end. 14-11, 107 and 9-13-67. Tell us about the game, Rick Mcveigh.
Yeah, it was disappointing on our behalf. We sort of thought going into it, as you said, playing at home, we'd only been beaten once there this year. We thought we'd probably have them, and as you said, half time I think we were a couple of points up. Then their on ballers just started to spread, and they found Rose, as you said. He's just a superstar. He's pretty hard to stop. Come finals time, we're going to have to try and, or any side's going to have to try and figure out a way to stop him, and I reckon it's going to be pretty hard. But credit to their on ballers. They used the footy really well, and they just got the spread on us, and we couldn't stop them in the end, and they just kicked away. And it was, as I said, it was disappointing, but we'll fight on another day, I think.
Saw some promising signs. You had the young fella Schultz from the under-18s, blonde-haired kid. He was exceptional. Did some really good pieces of play. A couple of goals down. You were, I think, in the second quarter. He did a real good turnover where he beat two players. You guys kicked the goal, then you kicked another couple just before half-time. No doubt you might use him on the bigger grounds in the finals.
Oh, I think definitely. He's been really good for us. And the thing is, I think he's still got a lot more improving to do. He's sort of in his shell a little bit, and there's times when he sort of backs himself, but he doesn't know whether he should quite go. And when he learns to turn that around, he's going to be a really good A-grade footballer.
One thing I noticed they beat you was on their spread as well. They were just a lot quicker when the ball was open. The players you had out that I noticed was other than Marcus Kenny, who's 4 goals automatically, was Godden, Borg, Scorsese, some players who can really run and carry.
Yeah. Bit of leg speed I think we missed on the weekend, and they have that. They're sort of like our second tier midfielders, which sort of hurt us when we had to rotate on the weekend, where our second tier coming through wasn't the ones that we've had most of the year. And so when we get them back, hopefully they'll be the difference, we hope anyway.
You play Avondale Heights in a week and a half. 40 points, do you recover from that, Rick?
Oh, I think so, yeah. Well, you'd want to hope so, I would have thought. But, there's a few things we're going to have to change. We'll talk about that during the week or when we come to playing Avondale. And I don't think 40 points is a big thing to come back
especially on a smaller ground like yours as well.
Yeah.
You can quickly clear out the middle.
Yeah.
On a big ground, it might have been a 4 or 5 goal.
Yeah, that's right.
Loss, but I think Marcus Kenny...
Finals can do anything too.
Yeah, exactly right. And you came back, I think, from, what was it last year again?
Oh, yeah, 59
exactly
points or something like that. So you never write yourself off, mate.
Correct. Especially in Airport West's case. But well done to Avondale Heights Football Club. Sadi Ghazi's done a magnificent job. And they had Cravino, Young, Megan, Morris were the better players, and Tiller down back as well. Keilor, 19-18-132, smashing Essendon Duda Stars at Essendon Duda Stars, 4-13-37. I expected more from Essendon Duda Stars. Past Players' Day, last game at home. You know, they're only, I think they're 8th and Keilor 7th. I thought they would have done a little bit better.
Yeah, they're a bit up and down this year. One week they come out and they throw everything at the team, and then the next week they sort of don't show up, it sort of seems like. But yeah, as you said, a little bit disappointing from them. But in saying that, Keilor seem to have found another leg this second half of the year. So I don't know what they've done down there.
The signing of Mick, since they're planning on next year, they've probably, they've lost 4 games, I think, under 2 or 3, probably 3 or 4 goals. They lost the points.
Yeah, that's right.
They see they're not far. I mean, you saw them Strathmore on the Good Friday day. They were very impressive. Yeah. And they're probably thinking they've had injuries as well. They get a couple of players next year. They're probably thinking of finals next year.
Oh, yeah, I expect them to be pretty strong next year, would have thought, yeah.
For sure. So that was a big game of football as well. Another one was Mariner Park at home versus Pascoe Vale. 5 goals at the end, 14-14, 98, 9-15, 69. Solid win by Marby. And without Jack Anthony, Will Slade, Lachlan Thompson and Jack Solomon, their full forward core S and VFL, a pretty impressive win by Holland boys.
Yeah, I reckon it is a very impressive win. Pascoe Vale sort of surprised me this year a little bit. But yeah, in saying that, Marby Park's depth's pretty good at the moment, and they're pretty hard at it team. So
I think the injuries probably that they copped just after the mid-part of the season, I don't think they had the quality of players to replace. When you lose ex-AFL players, and I think they only had 3, it probably really hurts them. So and they've had a good year considering 19 players walked out.
That's right, yeah, absolutely.
Good win to Marby Park. The other one was Greenvale versus Strathmore. 15-9, 99, 11-11, 77. Good win by Greenvale at home versus Strathmore, 22 points. But at quarter time, Strathmore 36-7. The Greenvale people be thinking, what's happened here? Because they got poleaxed by you guys the week before. They had some injuries, but a very impressive last 3 quarters by the Jets.
Yeah, absolutely. They're just a class outfit, and Strathmore will be pretty disappointed with that. I think they've had a few games this year where they've come from behind, and when you get a lead at quarter time like that, fighting for finals, you'd hope you try and hold on to it, but yeah, it wasn't be the case. It's just hard to stop those guns down at Greenvale.
Young Hamala was very good, best on ground, 5 goals. Cameron White in some very good form as well. Potter, the big men of Greenvale too, they gang up on a lot of the single ruckmans, and they do a lot, but Brewer was very good also. Bicer 2 goals for Strathmore. Wilton, who's had an exceptional year, was good. Andrew Horn and Nathan Lyons, Todd Grimer. So well done to Strathmore. They won't make the finals this year after dominating last year, and the final 4 is set. That was Premier Division. The other game was, Oak Park and Aberfordy, which was a one-sided game, 195-16. Castellano was the man there, 8 goals, an exceptional player, but that was it in Premier Division. And we have some games coming up this week as Michael, our cameraman, will give us the fixture this week, last game in Premier Division. Just quickly, let's go over the finals this week.
Yep.
Tell us about some of the games and we'll preview these games.
So first final, Division 2 semi-final. Seniors is Hillside versus Moonee Valley down at Highgate Reserve. The reserves is Hillside again versus Moonee Valley down at Highgate as well. And the under-18s, Hillside versus East Keilor all at Highgate for the first final. Second Division 1. Oh.
Before you read, we'll talk about the senior game, senior final, then we'll go to the next ones.
Yep.
Hillside lost the one game for the year, was at Moonee Valley early on. Haven't looked troubled for the rest of the season. Moonee Valley started so well, Rick, but their second half, I think it's been 6 and 5, their last 11 games. Very hard ask for Moonee Valley against Hillside.
And I think Hillside coming now to the first final, they'll take it up another level. So
you got Paul Edwards to come back. I think he's kicked 60 plus. I think Hargraves has sort of just been cruising for a final series as well. He's a handy player, straight out of AFL.
Oh mate, and to be playing in that Division 2, he's going to be hard to stop in a final, I think.
Moonee Valley got some good players that spread well. Obviously Tanner's their key recruiters, playing Coburg last year, played in their grand final for their under 23 side of the development side. Look, they've been good. When their upside's good, they're good, but I think the concerning thing about Moonee Valley is that they've lost some of the tighter ones without winning in the first half of the season. And I just don't think I think the class of the players like O'Halfin, Catania, ex-Keilor player, Stone, and the Hargraves and these guys. Jared Best, a Shepherd and sort of Goulburn Valley player for many years. So
it's all contested footballers, they really are. They'll stand up when the hard football starts coming finals. They'll be the ones that stand up, I think.
For sure. The next one was semi-finals at Coburg City Oval on Saturday. read us the games?
The seniors is East Keilor versus Keilor Park, and the reserves is Roxburgh Park versus Keilor Park, and the under-18s Moonee Valley versus Roxburgh Park. Sorry. That's
at Coburg City Oval, and the Hillside Moonee Valley is at Highgate Reserve. Okay, East Keilor versus Keilor Park, old arch rivals from A grade many years ago. Then they've sort of come down to Division 2. Both clubs, massive chances. I think they had a 1-point result 2 weeks ago where East Keilor got the chocolates at Keilor Park. East Keilor have been exceptional the second half of the season. They won the Division 2 flag last year. I think they're going to get a good win against Keilor Park here. And look, Keilor Park, some good quality players. Thomas is very good up forward. But East Keilor, just quality across the board. Grampus is one of my favourite players. He was at top 5 in the team of the year. I think East Keilor should be too strong.
Yeah, I think East Keilor for me too, Matty.
You saw them a fair bit last year as well, I suppose, in the first half.
Yep.
And they weren't a bad side. They were probably unlucky to miss that top 8 at the start.
Well, yeah, they pushed us. They were in front of us for most of the day last year. So, yeah, very unlucky. And, I think they'll be too strong for Keilor Park on the weekend.
Okay, Division 1. Let's go into Division 1. A big second semi-finals. These are on Sunday next week. The seniors, Northern Saints versus Glenroy. I'll get you to read out, Ricky. Doing a beautiful job.
No, you're right. So this is all at Greenvale. So North Coburg versus Glenroy in the seniors.
It used to be North Coburg, Northern Saints now.
Sorry. Northern Saints.
What a beautiful job though, mate. Our Torrance said extra pay rise at the pocket money this week.
Reserves is Glenroy versus Taylors Lakes, and under 18s is Hatfield versus Taylors Lakes.
Okay, they're all at Greenvale this week, but Northern Saints, haven't they been the side to talk about? We spoke about Glenroy at the start of the year, dominated. This Northern Saints side, though, have been exceptional. I think there's been one time this scored under 20 goals. Yep. They're an extremely hard-attacking side. The question has been from a lot of critics, will this style of football hold up in finals? Glenroy, a great unit. They've got as good a side as you see. They've got a lot of ex-VFL sort of players, high-standard players. Whitnell will be playing this week. Julick's an exceptional footballer. Woodhouse, when he turns it on, Adam Dennis.
Kite.
Yeah, Kite, who's injured at the moment, is just a gun. But I think Kite maybe will be available the week after this week. He played half a game last week. But he's a 50-50 for this week, my mate. So let's go that Kite's playing.
Yeah.
He's just the star. He's 5 or 6 goals. It's a huge, on a big ground too, it's a huge ask for Glenroy because Northern Saints are fast. They spread well. Yeah. They've got about 12 midfielders, and a lot of these guys play half forward pocket, and they rotate through, wings, half back. They run it, but one thing Glenroy can trouble them is their height.
Yep. Yeah, I think so too. Being Greenvale, though, big ground, the on-ballers might run and spread a little bit more. So they'll have
and it's windy Greenvale generally as well.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so the tools might not come into play. But saying that, if Glenroy can stop that run and spread, I think their big six is going to be too strong. But
it's going to be a good game.
It's a tough one.
And on paper, Glenroy look, and it's no disrespect, Northern Saints a lot better. But Northern Saints, they're tight. A lot of them are good mates, tight knit. A lot of them are sort of Hadfield players. They've got Ali Abouid, the ex-Northcote Park Premiership player. He's been exceptional this year as well. He's a big, strong forward. Nazi Abuchi sort of is playing full back down there. And even Mahmoud Talib with the big afro hair. He's probably been nearly Ruckman of the year again. But he's a one-man band in the ruck. He's very fit. But if something happens to him, all of a sudden the Glenroy Ruckman can give first use of the ball.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And you can't take away Caruso through the middle.
They're the two. One playing midfield, one sort of half forward alternating. Them two, even Ferraro's a special way, but the two Carusos, if they fire, I'm going to tip Northern Saints.
Yep.
This is going to be a cracking game of football. I'll be going to Greenvale all the way from Sandringham to Greenvale on Sunday just to see this game of football. Quick tip from you?
Yeah, I'll go Glenroy in a close one.
Should be a great game of football. First semi-finals, at Saw Reserve, Glenroy, Rick Mcveigh.
Yes, we've got... in the seniors, Tullamarine versus Taylors Lakes. In the reserves, West Coburg versus Craigieburn. In the under-18s, West Coburg versus Northern Saints.
Okay, Tullamarine, coached by the master Ash Manning, taking on Taylors Lakes, Steve Burns. My mail is too. Steve Burns has been an exceptional coach. Could be his last game at Taylors Lakes if they lose. Well done on a great coaching career at Taylors Lakes. That's a rumour I've heard. It is a strong rumour, but this will be a great game of football. Tullamarine, a very good side, a very underrated side, very tight-knit side, and they're coming good again. They've started the season sensational, spent most of the season on top. Obviously just finished third, but they finished a couple of games in front of Taylors Lakes. I just think on a bigger Glenroy ground, they may run Taylors Lakes off their feet. Yeah,
and you look at both sides there, they've had a lot of experience in finals. They've always been up there, both of them. But, for me, I think Taylors Lakes midfield... could get on top of them with the likes of D'Souza and Morelli and those sort of blokes. If Tullamarine can stop them, well then Tullamarine for me.
That's what they have to do. I think Marcy versus Ragusa will be a dream matchup as well across the board. Di Pietro and Power have to stand up for Taylor's Lakes. They're two big guys. The expectation of them will be big. Look, Taylor's Lakes are more physically stronger. They're an aggressive sort of side. We saw them out muscle Pascoe Vale for a premiership 3 years ago. That's the sort of football they have to play. It's going to be a great game of football, and best of luck to both sides. Yep. Tullamarine just for me.
Tullamarine for you, yeah. I'll go Taylor's Lakes.
Beautifully done, Ricky, for taking on me in the tipping as well. So good to see. Haven't you seen the record this year? Spent most of the year up on the top, but all of a sudden, Adam Sarakoglu and Wayne Anthony have overtaken me. So I'm a little bit sceptic of the tips going through them with those blokes, but well done. Let's go to Premier Division, our last round of Premier Division football. Strathmore at home versus Oak Park. Strathmore should get the chocolatey, even though they can't make the finals. This is these guys are rivals. 2012. Premier Division Grand Final replay. Strathmore too easy for me.
Yeah, absolutely too easy. They should be a big win for them. You'd think last game of the year they'd come out strong.
Toddy Grimer will kick 6 to 8 goals for me. Well done Oak Park on a persistent season. They've tried their best. They've always given it their all. They lost a lot of players. They had bad luck with injuries, but well done to the Oak Park Football Club and a good effort. Aberfeldy at home versus Maribyrnong Park. Aberfeldy will not drop this game. They got rolled by Marby Park in round 9 in a big upset. Marby Park have got more injuries than Essendon did last year. Aberfeldy will want to go in with a good quality win before finals.
Absolutely, that's exactly what you want to do coming into finals, is go in with a bit of form. And as you said, I totally agree with you, Matty, that Abbas won't drop this one.
And Big Mal Michael played his first senior game last week, just down back in the best. He played 5 and a 2s. What a big man he's got to come into the final series.
Yeah, he set himself for Kenny, I think, then.
Yeah, exactly right. Big Marcus Kenny, Mal Michael will be sensational. But expect a big crowd at Aberfeldy Maribyrnong Park. They always get big crowds down there as well. The Marby River Cup, they should call that unofficially. Pascoe Vale at home versus Essendon Stars. 8th versus 9th. Paco weren't disgraced last week. They've been good. I think Pascoe Vale will get a very close win at home. Duda Stars have the classier players, in my opinion, like Rayson and Carter Felt, a couple of these guys. Monteith's been very good. But Paco are sort of hard, old school sort of side. Yes, they have probably been disappointing for their expectation this year. But look, I think they've given it their all, and I think Pasco will get a close win this week.
Pasco for you, yeah. Well, I think they're two sort of similar sides. They both run and carry and got a lot of smalls. Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think Pascoe Vale at home this week will probably get up as well. Keilor
at home versus Airport West. Few injuries to Airport West. Keilor in a very good form. It's a danger game, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we want to go into there, as you said, going into finals with a win, and yeah, not going to take them lightly. They're cruising now, so yeah, we're going to come out with everything we've got.
Can you tell us much? Any ins coming in? Will we see a better side?
We should see a better side. As I said, those sort of second tier players like maybe Scorsers and Goddens and those sort of players might come in. We're not sure about Kenny yet. He's feeling good, but whether we rest him another week,
and Walsh your ruckman.
Walsh is right to go. Yep.
Versus Brown and the ruck will be an exceptional. Yeah. Probably them with Phil Pot have been probably the three, but the best ruckman in the comp. Yep. I think Papalu's an exceptional tag will probably get Harris or Hogan.
Yep, that's what happened last time. They both matched up on each other. So Cartelli's one we're going to have to try and stop. I think too. He's
a player.
An absolute freak. I think so.
And no doubt Boyd probably on. Daniel Cooper has been very good for Keilor, but Keilor at home are a good side. They're fast. I think Airport West will get a very close win here. Good luck.
Thank you.
And our last game, Avondale Heights versus Greenvale. Third versus second. Third versus second. This will be a cracking game of football. Avondale at home too. They always worry Greenvale with their speed, and Greenvale getting a few injuries back. This will be an unbelievable game. I think Greenvale but some good matchups across the board. Who do you expect to go to Patrick Rose from Greenvale? Is James Rowan nimble enough? Is Daniel Burns obviously more mobile, but does he get outmarked? I mean, he's such a hard player to match up on.
You have to go the more mobile one. I think he's just too quick. So I'd say Burns. I think he's more mobile sort of backman down there. So yeah, for me, I reckon it would be Burns. Yeah.
Greenvale's big men in Potter and White against Byrne, who's not an overly big ruckman. It's going to be a big ask for him.
Yeah, he's going to have a big day, I think. Yeah. That'll be big ask for him to get on top of them.
And the midfielders of Greenvale, I think Jorgensen back going in there. Lenny, Correct. These guys against quality midfield. Cravino, a young, free.
Yeah.
There's going to be some great matchups.
Chris Johnson too.
How good is he up forward?
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's hard to stop.
Yeah, Daniel Saliba giving him a hard time on the ground as well. I thought myself, Chris Johnson
out of his league.
Chris Johnson gave him a couple of chances. And Saliba was pretty angry. Didn't take a backward step, but I just felt for Dan if it was in a lane or something, mate, it would have been a different story.
He won't die trying.
Yeah, exactly. It was great. It was great to see. He was very passionate, but Jono was trying to calm him down. It was good to see, but. Should be a great game of football, and get down over to Heights Greenvale if you're in the area, because that's going to be a cracker. Your tip, I
think Greenvale. Hope it's a physical game too.
Yeah, for sure, without a doubt. Rick, it's been great to have you on EDFL TV. Anything on behalf to the Airport West people you'd like to say?
Just to the fans, hopefully just stick by us now and get down there and show your support throughout the finals, and hopefully we've had a good year for you.
Mate, great to have you, mate. Best of luck for the rest of the year. Congratulations so far in the year.
Thanks.
And it's a fantastic club, Airport West Footy Club. I enjoy myself every time I go there, not because they feed me for free, but it's a great club, and you guys have just come well in your rooms, new rooms as well.
Excited to get down there. Had a look tonight, so yeah, hopefully you're very good.
Yeah, very nice. So thank you. That was EDFL TV. We'll be back next week. Michael Pell may be back as well, so some big news there. I'm Matt Pilios, Ricky Mcveigh. Thank you and good night.